Hello and welcome to another episode of Puttering Outdoors. Today, as you can see, it's snowing a little bit. Really nice day out. It's minus 10 degrees, not too bad. The kids want to go out on the pond, and we're gonna go, and like it snowed. I cleared the pond with the snowblower and the tractor a couple nights ago. It was dark, so I didn't record it. But I want to go measure the thickness of the ice. The last time I measured it, it was 8.5 inches thick, I think. And it was safe enough for the tractor to go on. Apparently it needs to be 7 inches thick for vehicles to go on it, so that's plenty thick. But I still want to go measure it. I like to keep track of how thick the ice is. I'll be using this drill with this drill bit to, drill a hole in the ice and then, stick a measuring tape down there just to see. Once I do that, I'm gonna go and clear the ice, because when I did clear it the other day, I didn't do a perfect job. I still left a couple little windrows, and plus it's flurrying a little bit outside, so I want to get it nice and clean for the kids to skate on. So how about you come join me, and we'll have a good time. And here's what the pond looks like. You can see the little windrows that I left. It's not too bad. Apparently one of my tarps flew away over there. Gotta go pick that up, use those to cover up my firewood. So let's go to the corner over here to drill the hole and measure the ice. I mean, even when I walk on it, you can't hear it crack or anything. I see a few cracks, but those are just, from the shifting of the ice, and if there's a change in elevation in the water, it'll make the ice crack. This is what it looks like. I always clear out this little nook in here for the little kids to come skating here while the other guys play hockey on their end. And just let me set you down, and I'll drill the hole and measure it. Nine and a half inches thick. Yeah, that's some good ice right there. All right, let's go get the Kubota and probably put you on time lapse while I do the pond. Man, it's beautiful out here with the snow falling. Gotta love winter. Okay, since I'm gonna be snow blowing the pond, I need to bring up my casters to make sure that the cutting edge can go straight on the pond. I love how easy and fast it is to do. No more having to unbolt the bolts for the skid shoes. That's it, I'm done. All right, I'll see you on the pond. Okay, snow blowing the pond went really well, except as you can see, it left windrows, and I want to try to reduce that. I think what I want to try to do is mount some flat stock on the side of the snowblower to act kind of like wings. I don't need something too thick, I don't think anyways, especially not when the ice is that, or when the snow is not that deep. So let me see if I can't scrounge up something together real quick and then we'll test it out after. Because since it's snowing, so we're gonna keep cleaning the ice. And once the kids skate on it for a while, it you know, it gets snowy. They want me to clean the ice, so let's see if I can't do something real quick here. Okay, so what I want to do is mount a piece of flat stock like this using the existing holes that I don't use anymore for the skid shoes because I got the casters. I want to mount this flat stock here. And I got this leftover piece of 3-inch wide by 1/4 inch thick flat stock. So I'm thinking of putting it like that, and I'll cut some angles just so that, you know, it'll ride up on stuff, and I'll make elongated holes so that it can basically float. So if I hit something, it'll ride up and down. And that's the plan anyways. So I think I'm just gonna take this, cut it in half, so I'll have one for each side, and then cut the elongated holes somehow. I'm not sure how to cut those holes yet, but I'll figure it out. It should stick out quite a bit, and since it's going to be riding on the cutting edge is right here, so as long as it rides ahead of that, we shouldn't have a problem. 691 mil long, so that's 345 to cut it in half. I got myself a soapstone instead of using a pencil that is hard to see. I'm going to be doing a lot more metal work. I got a project in the plans. Hope you stick around and see that one. Should be fun. So much easier to see the lines than a pencil. Close enough. Okay, so I just measured where I wanted the slits to be. I measured the holes on the snowblower, and I'm gonna drill a hole at each end of the slit, and then I'm gonna take the plasma cutter, try anyways, and then finish up those elongated holes. I tack welded this together just so I have the holes at the same spot, just to make things faster, so I didn't have to measure everything twice. So let's go ahead and drill these out. Pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna try to use a plasma cutter to elongate these holes. I got myself a guide here. I think it should be good. It might be a little long actually. Yeah, I gotta shorten the gap a little bit. But let me get this set up right so I have about the same length to cut, and then yeah, we'll give it a zip and see how that works. I don't know. I think it should work, right? I mean, it's gonna cut metal. All right, let's give it a go. It did pretty good. I could have went a little bit further that way. Yeah, I might try to fix that up right now. I had my first measurement. I had it right, I think. And then I went and second guessed myself. Wow, that looks good. Just gonna do the other side now. And it's about 15 millimeters from the center of the hole to the edge of the guard here, or guard, I don't know. Anyway, so as long as I set it to that, it seems like it does a really good job. I guess I gotta account for the width of the curve, I guess, right now. Well, that went horribly wrong. I had, geez, the tip was overhanging the edge of this, so it guided me wrong, and I skipped over it, and that's okay. This is not like a production piece, right? One little mistake. I'm going to use one of these pins to hold it in, and yeah, it slides up and down really nice. That's what it looks like. Just ignore this little mess up here. Just you know, just ignore it. Let me do the other slit here. Jeez, look at that. That second one really came out good. There's a little bit of dross or whatever what you want to call it at the back, slag, but I mean, just grind that off and this is perfect. Jeez, worked out way better than I expected. Alright, let me do the other one and then we'll throw a quick coat of paint on this, or no, cut the edges first, the angles for it to ride up and down the bumps, and then call it good. Just gotta clean up the slag, I guess. I just got to file out some of the lumps that were left from the plasma cutting, so the pin can go through it really good. Let's call it good. Throw a quick coat of paint on there and ready to try it. I will have to take out the spring mechanism out of this pin, cut it shorter, and drill a hole through this so I can put a cotter pin or a whatever, just a pin. I gotta make sure that it's not too long so it doesn't start traveling out towards the auger and then get caught in the auger, so I gotta make sure this is the right length. Let me just throw a quick coat of paint on this. Okay, now I'm just trying to figure out what length to cut these. The snowblower metal thickness is 10 millimeter, or 4 millimeters, sorry. And this 1/4 inch is, I don't know, it's a little over 6 millimeters. So that's 10 millimeters. Let's call it, I don't know, 12, just to give it a little bit of clearance. Plus, I want to put in a pin like this to hold it in place. And maybe a washer, but I don't have any washers right now, which I don't like. So, okay, 12 plus this is 2, but then add an extra 2 millimeters at the end maybe. So 12, 14, 16, maybe let's cut it at 18. I should probably drill the hole first. It'll be easier to hold a big pin than a small pin. I'm just filing a flat spot where I want to start drilling the hole. That way there the drill just won't walk all over the place. Alright, I'm going to try to find a drill bit a little bit bigger than this, and then we'll drill the holes. All right, here's the pin. I got the hole for the what you call these hairpins, and yeah, it's about that thickness. It's quite small. I ground down the edges there, the tips, and I think that marks this project complete. Put those in there, test it out, works good. I just hope that this doesn't catch on anything and then pops out. I highly doubt. I mean, you know, I'd have to hit a pretty good chunk of snow or something for it to pop out, but we'll see. I just don't want to lose these pins that I made. Yeah, this one here, the hole is not quite centered, so there's a couple of them where it was difficult to make the hole. So there's my 4 pins. And I just gotta wait for the paint to dry. Okay, I think the paint's dry enough. Let's assemble these, and then I'm gonna go out and give it a shot on the pond. The boys are off the pond for a little bit. There, as you can see, it can ride up and down. It's a little loose this way. I don't know if that's gonna affect anything. Maybe I need to put it tighter somewhat, but you still want it to slide up and down, so I don't know. Let's try this out. All right, that worked amazingly. I can't believe, you know, I thought it was gonna leave behind some snow a little bit, but man, it no windrows at all. It's beautiful. It's, geez. Now instead of shoveling the pond to clean it off nicely, I can just use the snowblower. And as you can see at the end there, I was just using it as a snow pusher, which works out really good when you just want to skim off the snow that was created by skating on it. So yeah, it worked. I'm super impressed. Glad that worked out. I'll leave you here, and you know, I had a good time on the pond, snow blowing, pushing snow around. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, and hope to see you next time.